Yo, I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. I ain't lying, and I'm on my grind. Every time I go, like the plant and grow. The freestyle come as it heated up. It turned from snow back to water. I shudder, I lift it up. I pull out my putter, standing on the green. I'm sinking down the hole, but I ain't about to fold, because my life worth more than gold. With these stories I've told, with this future I mold. In my mind I'm bold. I've been hard left outside in the heat and the cold. I'm getting young to old. I'm going out my mind, figuring inside myself, inside my way, because they're getting in. Written in my mind, out my stuff, I ain't wasting time. Giving back, I sit my spine. Going back, I know I'm fine. You got that tragedy, hit it like you're your majesty. Prove out that stuff inside your head, it's just a travesty. Concussion, yo, I'm just combusting out my way, you gusting, cause you people disgusting, dusting. You think you harder than most, you got the game to roast. People say I got an invitation, I'm a guest. I think I confess, I think I'm better than the rest. You know where I'm living, I'm out my mind, I'm in my head, because it's all forgiven. I'm walking head held high, moving till the day I die. Living, giving in my stuff, lyrics here as I testify. Rectify with all my game, hitting hard inside my pain. Been living like this chemical inside myself, I lift the stain. Insane verses dispersing, I'm lifting curses. These people and bursting the stuff, because I'm just nursing lyrics like miracles lifting up. Like a volcano out to erupt. You know my mind corrupt, had it so cause I had enough. You know I'm on my grind. I know I'm on my grind. You know I'm on my grind. Yo, I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind line. I'm on my grind. You see me going hard. You see me going hard. Freestyle. Execution, cruising, abusing these people, losing, accusing. You know they cruising the people, because they proving they sticking, and then they moving in minds. You know they grooving inside. They side parachuted, thinking they executed inside. My mind refuted inside. It's all diluted. I came away and stuff with these people. They all disputed. Oh, my lyrics ain't untouched. I'll crush this game. I'm untouched. You got me jumping around on my own sound with this stuff, because I'm unhushed. Little freestyle, yo. It's been a while, right? TGreenMan in the house, yo. Hit that subscribe. Join the tribe. Let's stay alive. Let's thrive. I hope y'all enjoyed the vlog yesterday. It was some deep stuff, man. You know, whenever you lose a friend that you knew from childhood, you always go through those days, man. Especially when it's so close to home, and it's so close to what I'm trying to achieve. You know what I mean? With helping people who feel like they're stuck in those kind of situations, getting better ones. You know what I mean? So we got to keep moving forward. You know, we have people around us that always are going to try to bring us down. We have people that do things that bring us down. Things try to bring you down, man. That's life. It's a distraction to bring you down from being the best you. Really is, man. Everything outside yourself that bothers you, that's it trying to bother you. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to bother you. You choose to let it bother you. You know what I mean? Nothing purposely bothers somebody, because without you agreeing that it bothers you, then it doesn't bother you, right? Someone literally could be yelling at you in your face, man. And if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. Just look at him like, it's cool, bro. It's, you know, I can hear you if you talk to me quieter, but yeah, it's cool, bro. You know, he might be like, you know. So you might actually get different responses too when you try that, because it's really easy because most of the time when someone does something to you that bothers you, they're trying to bother you. You know what I mean? They want you to respond, because when you engage, you get them riled. It's like a game with humans, bro. Like, you nonchalantly send messages to each other and hoping that either they respond or they don't respond. A lot of times people don't respond. So, a lot of things don't happen, but a lot of times we nonchalantly do things to see if somebody will engage. And then sometimes we just do it to try to be, see what we get away with without them catching us. And when they catch us, we try to play it off and hope that nothing happens, but usually something does. And that's cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So really that makes life really easy when you look at it in those two aspects. You know what I mean? Pretty simple. You know what I mean? Don't let life distract you, and, don't make bad causes. You do those two things, you can focus on yourself and just be the best you. That's really the two main things you have to work on. Anything in your life that is a distraction, even a relationship, a female, that's the biggest one I see with young men is like, they all think like, I have to have a female. I have to be with a woman. I need one. If I don't have one, I'm not happy. That's not true. First off, if you think that, you're weak. That's just a straight up truth. Any man who thinks he needs a woman is weak. You don't need anybody in your life. Nobody needs anybody. We only need ourselves. We can do anything we want with who we are. Any woman doesn't need a man, and no man needs a woman. That's just not how it works. And if you feel that way, you have a lot of work to do on yourself. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I love about being alone. I've lived alone for a while. I've had relationships, and I think because I've lived alone for so long, and when I'm in those relationships, I haven't had any wild, crazy breakups, and I'm usually friends with most of the women that I've dated. You know what I mean? I've dated a lot of hot women, and I've dated a lot of regular women. I don't really look at looks either. I mean, I have to be attracted, but I'm not like straight up like she's got to be 110 times, because I have realistic values in life, and I kind of like a woman who works hard anyway. So I work hard for what I have. So I would like someone who does take care of themselves. Obviously, sometimes you can tell with this little 5 o'clock shadow that I tend to slack, but for most part I shower daily and all that stuff. TGreenMan's got to be all up in that. I believe in being real. I'm just real as it comes. As I grow in life, I'm always going to be real with everybody. I've realized being fake and pretending you're something you're not is just, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you grow. If you're constantly trying to be something to impress somebody else instead of just being yourself and doing what you believe, then you know what I mean, you're losing yourself. You're not actually gaining yourself. You're losing yourself every day that you do that. Every day that you feel yourself die, you are dying. You're dying anyways, but you're dying a little faster. And that's the sad part of life, We feel like stress kills us faster, and certain stress does. But certain stress makes you stronger, and it helps you build character, and it makes you a better person, and that's just the true facts of reality. Me personally, I try to grow every day. I don't think I know anything. I don't think I know everything. In fact, everything I'm telling you, don't even listen to it. I'm just telling you through my own advice and my own opinions what works for me and what I see, because personally, no human who thinks they know the right way, who knows the right way to handle anything, if they say this is the way to do it, they're wrong. They're just wrong. Unless it's like some kind of ancient text or like history, some like crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's why a lot of people follow it, because it's really old. It comes from a lot of ancient teachings and things like that. So it's a bit more reinforced, especially when it's still used today. And, things like that. Or even, certain parts of history, just whatever. But when it's some guy that like, who just like John, you know what I mean, from the gas station, he's like, bro, you have to da-da-da-da. Like, come on, man. Who are you? How are you going to tell anyone that they have to do anything? Or people that have opinions on people? Honestly, you really don't have the right to have an opinion against anybody. To be perfectly honest, I mean, you can, but they have the right not to listen to you and just to look at you and say, cool, whatever. Because your opinion doesn't mean anything to anybody else. It really doesn't. All it is what it is, an opinion. Nothing anyone or I or anyone on this planet says really is the truth. I mean, unless you're like young and you got your parents, if you're watching this and your parents or whatever, yeah, you gotta listen to people who have authority, though. And they're still not right necessarily. Yeah, they're right in that you have to listen to everything they said. You get times where you get to have that open mind. That's life. Luckily in the United States, we have the freedom of speech, and you can go out and look at whatever you want and learn things, and it's awesome. But obviously in other countries, they don't have that thing. They're not open to all that, which a lot of countries are, but a lot of countries also aren't. So something I keep in mind. So we're very, very lucky in life. So yeah, that's kind of my own thing. That's what I do in my life. Obviously, I started my own business. Now I'm doing this YouTube thing. I volunteer myself. I do whatever I can, really, and to grow and become better. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter about me. Empowering myself only empowers others. That's how I look at it. So I have to empower myself. So that's really why I go through this. I do this because I care about other people, and I know that they're suffering, and I want to help them. I see all these people that have all this money and doing all this stuff, just watching these people suffer. There's so much people suffering, and they feel like everybody has to earn it or deserve it. If you got a lot of it, man, and like I will have a lot of it, and I have a lot of it, I'll be like Mr. Beast or someone like that. You know what I mean? Someone who really cares. I mean, I'm sure he does some of that, because he gets it back in revenue. But at the same time, he gets to give you. To come up with that idea, you got to kind of like doing that, or else why would you do it? So that's why I respect that. Can't really put that down in any way, So that's kind of what I aim to achieve, is stuff like that, giving to people, because that's what it's really about. People wouldn't be asking for money all the time if we were giving it out enough. Really, that's the truth. There's so much money that's just sitting around in people's bank accounts. It's time to start using this stuff, man, and start giving it to people in ways, giving it back. You know what I mean? Through what I'm doing, if you don't know what to do, help somebody else who does. Help people like me who want to actually help the world and not help ourselves and just build what people like to call clout. My clout equals dollar signs for the people of the world. Doesn't equal dollar signs for my pocket that I'm just gonna buy a Lambo and drive around and show you my new house. Before I show you a Lambo in my new house, I probably at that point would have helped like a lot more people that would have had their own house before I had a Lambo. Because to me that's more important. Like I always say, man, my first 10 million, I'll take $1 million and give away 10 and give away 9. My first 100, I'll keep 10 and give away 90. And I don't just mean giving away 90, but like, I'm gonna go hand this to some foundation that they can figure out how to distribute my money, and they can also create jobs and whatever. I'd rather empower people, find people who don't have those opportunities to create things, and find people who have good ideas and who are creative, and stop looking at their paper and look at who they are. Start meeting people. These rich people, they want to really, they go on vacation, start going around and meeting. I don't want to designate people as rich, you know what I mean? But there's people with a lot of money that it's just, they don't need it. Like, there's a saying I read in a Buddhist book. A guy talks about, he says, money, you only need enough for what you need it for, The rest it's useless. It's just sitting there. It's like having something that by having a lot of money, you're actually disrupting the universe, is what people don't realize. If you have millions of dollars sitting in a bank, right, and you have the other rest of your money that circulates, and you have the other money that takes care of those you care about, but you still have money behind, to be perfectly honest, your fortune is useless. You can only keep care of so much, and honestly, keeping it behind to give it to your other family so they don't have to struggle, you could still keep enough to help people build off on the next fortune, because you only need enough to help them build. You don't need stuff for your peoples. You know what I mean? The next generation should be the only one to take care of it. If they can't build off of what you've left behind, then they're honestly not really met, because every generation should be better than the next anyways. You should need some challenge. You know what I mean? So by building all this fortune for someone, that's why you have spoiled rich kids today who fall off. I see so many young kids who fell into so much money who don't have a lot. You know what I mean? Their parents, disown them, and they leave them on the street. then they become drug addicts and they die or get shot by the police, or there's all types of fucked up things that happen out here, and we really gotta keep it strong for people, man, and really care about each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, enjoyed the freestyle. Have a great day.